Hello everyone, good morning, good day, good evening. Well, so new video and I'm continuing to work towards building my RV10 airplane. In today's video I'm starting to work on the control system. So basically it's a section number, let me check. I guess it's 39, right. That's a section number 39 and that's a control system. So basically it's a stick and all control push rods for the stick, for the elevator and ailerons controls. So let's start, let's take a look what's inside and what needs to be done. Well, hopefully we're gonna succeed in the same manner as we did with the previous parts. And yes, we are one step closer to starting work on the canopy. Let's work. getting chilly in the mornings. This morning it was just +7 Celsius, which I don't know how many degrees in Fahrenheit, but I guess 37 maybe 40. Anyway, it's cold, like it's cold here. So yeah, everything is going well. Currently I'm working, I start to work on the rear seats. And what has been done, let me show you. So far, as you can see, I got my flap controls installed. They're basically here underneath, but if we open up this, we can see right here. So we have our crank, or whatever how it's called, for the control arm for the flaps. We have a motor. Wiring will likely go underneath there. Yeah, so everything is attached and mounted and looks not so bad, I would say. Also, I have installed the push rods for the oh my goodness, for the elevator. So push rods for elevator. So now we can feel. Here's the sound. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so we have control sticks installed and everything is connected there. So now the idea is to install the back seats, and actually that's it. Yeah, in the front, the cabin top, I'm not gonna be attaching until I get my avionics wiring. So well, likely 2022, spring 2022, that's when I'm going to be finishing that. But you know what, it looks like an airplane. I really like it, and yeah, that goes pretty well. I like how it goes, the results, and let's continue to work. So I had to reorganize a little bit everything in my hangar because it's coming to the fiberglass work. Well, nothing special here, I just protected a little bit my little tiny environment from all that dust which is going to be coming out. And here is our cabin top, which I put on the table. You know, I don't have enough space to work like widely, so I basically trying to do everything inside. Yeah, so cabin top, it's a fiberglass work, so it's more like bonding, gluing, priming, not actually priming, but adding a body, after that sanding all that surface. And for example, yeah, Vance is saying that they made some lines already. We have to cut. First of all, we have to cut a lot. So I made some little cut just to see how it looks like. And after I did that little cut here, I realized I need immediately to put hole protection because so much of the mess right away comes out. So I have now at this point two questions. The first question is the right tools to use. So I will read about it. I'll see what people saying on forums, but I'm sure that I will pick something, well, generic, easy to use. And my second question is just little tiny scrib lines, whatever they call them. Like, for example, on this side I had those lines. They are not straight though, but they, at least I have, so I was able to use a marker and just to point out all those lines here. But on this side, right in this place, I don't have those lines anymore. So it's my thoughts how it should be. I know it's in the instructions, so I will read the instructions and I'll try to make it. And again, lots of cutting. Here I have my line. So yeah, my next plan is to actually find the right tools. And as soon as I have a right tools available, I can right away start to work on the cutting of this cabin top. The work with fiberglass with the top canopy assumes more components to purchase. So I decided to go with the West system components, so with the epoxy resin, 2 different hardeners, and some fillers. I heard about those pumps that they're, well, not so good, so probably I'll just use the electronic weight. And yeah, and some extra tools to cut through the canopy. So basically, this is the oscillating tool, which I found, well, it's good, but for the places where it's hard to get. And this is the, well, the grinder. We'll see how it works. I hope it's going to be better just to cut the long portions of the canopy. Yeah, and I got my setup here. So that's right here, my setup. So first of all, yeah, I covered everything with the plastic just to ensure that my hanger will not be dirty. Covered my yeah, you see, it's hard for me here to work alone. Need some help from someone just to move this canopy and put it on for test. But for now, I just start my cut. That I did with the oscillating tool. I didn't like the result. I mean, the result is a result, but it took amount of time just to do that. So probably I'll try now with grinder. I'll see how it's gonna go. And I have also a plan to make a center console here. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be purchasing one for $1,000. I probably can spend that $1,000 on the few, especially now in Canada, when our, unfortunately, government put us in the position where now we pay extra for fuel and it's super expensive. My airfield right now, which is mid-October 2021, we're paying over $2 for the liter of LL100, so it's expensive, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's my plan. And I'm continuing to work. And for today, I'm gonna be testing this tool to see how it's gonna cut my my canopy. Let's move. Disc works great, way better than a oscillating tool. Just easy. So here are the first results. With the help, I test fit for now the cabin top. Well, I was probably lucky because it was just 1 fit and it fit actually. So I know like many people did 5 times, 6 times up and down and cut. Well, I cut it from the first time and yeah, it fit. I probably cut a little bit too much. I mean, it's a fiberglass, so I can put a filler, but specifically here in this area in the front, I have some sort of a gap between the obviously cabin top and the structural part. I have a gap of about 132. Little gap. I have a little gap here as well. Again, little gap. Bottoms are just perfect on both sides. So I think it's okay because I can put a filler right from inside and just fabricate a fiberglass actually the side. So it's fine. On the sides, there is some notch here, like little notch. I don't know. Should it just like go down up the skin or not? I will check instructions. If yes, then I probably have to cut a little bit, but then my question is how thick or thin it should be here on the bottom. So I don't know, I'm fine even with how it is right now. I mean, even with letting that notch to be maybe 1/16 of an inch on top. Well, maybe musical instruments production is good business now during the COVID times. Just kidding. You will see why I'm making this musical instrument, what the purpose of it, soon. So as most of you already realized, I'm doing my own center panel out of the XPS insulation foam. Well, I don't know, it's first experience. I've never dealt with fiberglass, with foam. I even wasn't sure if I can sand the foam, but it turns out that the XPS foam can be, well, sanded pretty well with 120 grit and higher grits of the sandpaper, so it works. Just don't try that the vibrating, rotating, whatever sander, hand sander, palm, like the one you take in your palm, because, well, it just breaks the XPS foam. Do it with the hand. So far I'm happy with the results. It's still lots to work on the foam. Like, I have still to do a lot of things. I have to basically make it better shape, and that's a huge amount of work. But for now, for this video, it's enough. What I did just in last half hour, I mixed 205 fast hardener from West System with 105 resin, just to test and to try to see what's gonna happen. And I applied it to my foam. So I want to see if it's gonna melt, not melt, how it's gonna react, how fast it's gonna cure, like just to get used to the product. So I just mixed with the little weight. I did like 5:1, about 25 grams of the resin and 5 grams of the 205 hardener. So 30 grams. I just applied it on random pieces of foam to see. Anyway, we will see what's gonna happen in 6 to 8 hours. Hopefully the result will be good and okay. And in my next video, I'm gonna continue to work on my center console panel. Yeah, well, what I want to say, it's interesting, you know. I've never dealt with this type of work where you have to sand, make a shape, but I like it. It's kind of cool. It's totally different from riveting. Well, and to be honest, riveting I like more, but still it's interesting. I want to make some nice looking shaped tunnel. Probably I'll make a mold for it, so just to keep it, I don't know, maybe some of my friends will decide to build RV10 in the future. I'll just copy the mold and they will have a panel as well. Or else, with my cabin top, it's time to drill, but I still have to cut a little bit, so I will just take care of that, and yeah, I will start drilling, preparing my cabin top for final installation, but not yet, because before I install the center tunnel on top, I cannot install it back, like on the screws. Excuse me. Yeah, that's technically it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And yeah, I have my Instagram. You can follow me on my Instagram as well if you want. And I often put some pictures there as well. And yeah, stay tuned. Next video, we will continue to work. And I hope that my ETA for the finishing kit, which is February 7th, 2022, will stay intact. Hope there won't be any delays, and I'll be able to get my finishing kit on the date, bring it down here to Canada, and finally finish my airplane and fly it. Everyone waiting until I start to fly it. Oh yeah, and I have to book my inspection. I have a second inspection to do, which is extremely important, and I plan to book it very soon. As soon as I have my cabin top more or less finished, I want to book an inspection so inspector can check everything here, and I hope it will pass. Lots of things were done. Well, I have a good inspector, so I'm sure he will do a great job, and he will check everything, and he will find all spots I may need to fix. Thank you for watching. Bye.